guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Frieren. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching episode 5 of season 2 of Frieren, and that last episode was so wonderful. A lot of the things that always touch me are the flashbacks, and it's always how Frieren feels about certain things and Frieren's point of view of things. But even getting Heiter and Eisen's point of view, having Eisen say I took you in because it's what Himmel would have done, hits so hard and so deep that it's not just us seeing Frieren's perspective and people saying it's what Himmel would do. It's everybody else that either traveled with Himmel, was saved by Himmel, was inspired by the tales of Himmel. Himmel is just, you guys know how amazing Himmel is. And everybody else knows how amazing Himmel is. And I even said, I was like, I don't care how many poses he did. Put all the statues up. Is he perfect? No, but he is. And the fact that Frieren at the time didn't really realize what Himmel's words were when they were on their date. I wouldn't have thought it was a date. She didn't think it was a date until now when she's thinking back to it. And she was like, oh, me and Himmel went on a date. We, went looking for a cat. And it 100% was a date to Himmel. It meant something more to him than just them on a job together. At the time, it didn't mean anything to Frieren, but because she's going through this journey, not only with Fern and Stark, but because she's going through this journey yet again, and she's being reminded of all these things. And you can see that her feelings have changed because she actually did see it as a date when she's talking to Fern. And we're like, oh, yeah, Frieren, it wasn't a date. You guys were just, working together. Totally was. Totally was. It wasn't a planned date. It wasn't anything in which somebody would go, this information leaves me to believe that it was a date. Hearing Himmel talk about it, it was something special to him. Kill me, Himmel. Oh my God. Himmel just slays me. But I love how we're getting all of these, memories of Eisen and how, him seeing the sunset with his feet soaking with his friends meant more to him than some of the other things that he has done. Those are the things that he carries with him. And, Frieren, going through the same thing with Stark and kind of just going yeah, okay, we'll go there for you. Knowing what it meant to Eisen, and if Eisen told him about it, then, Stark kind of wants to recapture that same magic. Frieren loves magic. Why wouldn't she want that for him? And, it's just a lot of things have been changing for her where she realizes the emotion and the feelings that are in there. And I'm really enjoying this journey. Now that it just doesn't seem like Frieren is just kind of well, I don't know. Now she's thinking about the memories and having feelings about it and having the realization. And it's just wonderful to follow. But we are in the Northern Plateau, so, we have Fern that is our first class mage, which, she was a big deal going through the gate, and I love that Stark was like, yeah, I forgot you're a big deal. She's an incredibly big deal, but, just seeing how Stark was kind of this doesn't seem very bad. I think he thought he was going to come in and just, be whacking, easy demons or something, but, it was formidable foes. And, we even, saw this, I don't even know if it was just a demon, felt like it was more than just a demon, but it was a monster, and it took all 3 of them to take this monster down. And I love that because the teamwork that we had to implement in order to get through that. And then of course Frieren says, this is our battle cry, when Fern says, we'll fight for them, because it's what Himmel would have done. It kills me. But it's funny that we've always seen Stark afraid, and him having to find the steel in his resolve, and he always does, but now he just jumps into action and he just does it, and protects Fern and jumps on the back of a monster and rears it up by its horn so Frieren can get a clear shot, and Fern protecting him from Frieren's blast. There's just They are a team and they work amazing together. So I can't wait to see what we have in store for us. So, guys, episode 5, let's go. Let's see. The bear region. Okay. Oh, I love that we're around people,
so there
though.
are cities on the northern plateau.
That's what I was just thinking.
Across the entire region, this is the only area that's able to produce grain.
Oh,
Hence the bars and breweries.
makes sense.
Old man Fass was spinning quite the yarn. Says he's almost found Bozaft.
What does that mean?
Am I supposed to know what Bozaft is?
Yeah, me too.
Long ago, most of the continent was ruled by a single great empire. Bozaft was an exquisite liquor crafted for the emperor.
It's a liquor. I thought it was going to be a
Mistress
person or a
Frieren,
demon.
Master Hyter never got to partake.
Look at her
I
little
crushed
smirk.
his dream for good reason.
I mean, what's so special about it?
I'd like to move in and out of this city quickly. Once we're finished shopping, we should...
Frieren?
Oh.
As I live and breathe.
Oh, look at this little guy.
I haven't seen you in a century.
Just a brief 80 years, Vass.
Vass.
And it's changed your roster, too.
Yeah, a little bit.
The corrupt priest is dead. Hyter went peacefully.
I did it. I finally located Bozaft.
Okay.
Your magic would come in very handy.
Oh, we're going
I
to go
don't
get us a
understand how
drink.
my magic has anything to do with Bozaft.
Then let me show you.
I'm curious. Like, it's a liquor. Our mission's to go get a liquor.
Is this a mine?
Dug it myself. This mine's all mine.
Look at it. I'm sorry, he's so cute.
I started my journey from scratch. A small price to pay for that legendary liquor.
I
Wanna give us
guess.
a little context on the old guy?
That's
Yeah.
Vass. No one loves liquor as much as him. He
Besides
spent over
Hyter.
200 years searching for Bozaft.
That is a long time
80
to be
years
looking
ago,
for
he
a
asked my
drink.
previous party for assistance as well. But believe it or not, we had a demon king to defeat at the time. So we declined.
Oh, Hyter! Oh, buddy! Imagine loving alcohol that much.
Your mine is very impressive, but why would the liquor be down here?
Yeah, why would it be? Like a buried treasure?
And the legend is true. I confirmed that much 2 centuries ago when I found this stone monument.
The inscription proclaims, Bozaft is the finest spirit of all time.
It's written in Elvish, though.
That must be who engraved the stone.
You're
do
awfully
you know about
well
that, Frieren?
educated. I've never met a young lady so fluent in ancient Elvish.
That's my mistress. She drilled it into me when I was young.
Most grimoires are written in ancient Elvish. If you want to be a mage, you'll have to learn how to read it.
Oh, sorry, sweetie. But look it. Useful.
So it was Milliarda after all.
Oh,
You found the ruins?
Yes,
he did.
it's these doors. Someone put up a powerful barrier. I suppose they didn't want a drunk dwarf like me raiding their liquor cabinet.
Probably not.
You should be able to break through.
Ooh.
I can't.
Why not?
Somehow I doubt that.
Removing the barrier will be a tedious task. These kids won't appreciate the weight.
How long?
With money, I'll pay you 20 Reich gold coins.
It's a grimoire. She was kind of like,
Please, Frieren. Not only is tasting Bozaft my dream, it's my life's work. I've poured every day I've had into this for over 200 years.
yeah, help him.
Would it be so wrong to help him?
He needs a mage. Don't you want to make an old man's dream come true?
Yeah, I do.
You'd normally object to this sort of thing.
Mistress Frieren, he's offering 20 gold coins. We
I
need
know,
money.
we need the
Finally be
money.
able to buy food and gear without bleeding our pockets dry.
Yeah.
Just so you know, this barrier will take me 3 months to remove.
That's hardly any time at all.
What?
Oh, Fern saying that? 3 months?
Don't come
I
crying
guess.
to me later.
I guess we'll have to wait and see what happens. 3 months is a long time. Fern just being like, no, it's not long at all. I don't think I've ever seen Frieren drink a beer. That was nice to see.
We're in
Like,
the
lets me know
final
she can
stages of
relax.
removing the barrier.
Our work here shall be done tomorrow.
Wow.
You don't look very pleased.
Yeah, why not?
Bozaft doesn't taste good. It's dreadful.
How does she know?
Long life comes at a cost. Elves will do anything to avoid being crushed by the weight of boredom.
Is it a lie? Baby Frieren.
Many of our fellow elves tie themselves to a grand pursuit, some glorious and lifelong adventure. Know why that is? So that they don't end up like me.
Oh. Dang.
Suppose you spent a lifetime searching for something, only to find it was worthless. Imagine the feeling.
I cannot.
She doesn't want that for Fass.
That's Bosaft, right? They served it to everyone at the coronation because it's exceptionally cheap.
Exceptionally cheap.
It said Bosaft is the finest spirit of all time.
What exactly was the point of doing that?
There was no point at all.
Wow. Poor Fass. Oh, maybe he'll like it. Maybe he'll love it. Wow. Oh, man. Maybe it just tastes bad to elves.
I can't believe that after all these years, I get to taste it. Let's have a toast.
Maybe it needed 200 years to taste good, right? Oh, no.
Frieren, the bow shaft was so close I could taste it. Why drag us away?
You're a connoisseur of liquor, aren't you?
But of course I am.
She didn't want Hyter to be disappointed.
Let's say you found a spirit you've searched for your entire life. What would you do if it was terrible?
She saved him the disappointment.
Can't drink it for the taste? It's booze. It's best shared with friends.
It's so...
It's terrible. I would go so far as to say it's the worst drink I've had.
Look at the smile.
Don't sit back and watch. Join in our misery, Stark.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm good. You said it's terrible.
Find out for yourself.
Enjoy being drunk with friends.
It really is terrible.
Oh, he smiled
We've got
and
plenty
he's
to go
laughing.
around, and I'm prepared to make the whole city suffer with me.
That's amazing.
My search may have ended in disappointment, but I've never had such a fun night. I'm glad you three stuck around for the party. There's nothing that
Why am
pairs
I
with
crying
bad
about
liquor quite
booze?
like good time.
Yep. I'm happy that's his reaction. And I'm happy that she didn't stop him from finding it and enjoying whatever. Logistics in the Northern Plateau.
Take your share of today's bread.
Rock hard.
Is this some kind of sick joke? It clunked. You ever hear bread clunk?
Yeah.
If I know anything, it's that bread shouldn't clunk.
It's been a week of this, and each day the bread gets more rock-like.
Do you guys have a spell to, like, moisten it?
While we're on the road, don't expect anything but this delightful treat.
Oh, how depressing.
Muster your zeal, complainers. There should be a decent meal within a half-day's walk.
Yeah, I've had a really hard loaf of sourdough, and if you just rinse it under water, like soak it in water, and then bake it for like 25 minutes at like 300 degrees, super moist bread all over again.
That's an impressive fortress city.
It is.
It's the Norm Company's estate. The structure in
Norm
the center
Company?
is their headquarters. They deal in
There's a
various
company?
goods, primarily wheat from the beer region.
Oh. Beer region. I just now got that.
Not even the state can touch them. Practically speaking, they control all human life that graces the Northern Plateau.
So
Wow.
they supply the villages? But earlier you said goods aren't circulating.
I
Yeah.
don't know the specific cause, but I'm sure time has changed things.
Are they hoarding all the
Perhaps
goods?
the Norm Company isn't as mighty as it once was.
There's that too.
As such, we should avoid making waves.
Yes, we should avoid that. Are we going to? Probably not.
First-class mages are welcome to pass. Travel safe, Miss Fern. That elf.
Oh boy. Recognized. She on a wanted poster or something?
One moment, please.
I wonder what's going on.
Oh my. Wanted poster.
And I take it you're Miss Frieren from the Party of Heroes. I'm afraid you owe me some money.
Oh,
That's 80
What?
years of debt to be paid in full.
Have you been carrying debt for our entire journey together, mistress?
Just a little.
We're doomed, huh?
What does that mean?
It seems my predecessor's predecessor had a more relaxed approach. But I didn't inherit his generosity.
What is the debt?
That's 3 strahl and 20 Reich gold. Various silvers and coppers, too. Quite the fortune you've acquired.
Is it enough?
Your dear grandfather did my party a great favor back in his day. I'll let you keep the change, Sonny.
Oh.
I'm afraid this isn't nearly enough.
Oh, crap.
It seems I'll be working in the company's mines for the next 300 years. You made your
What?
forth, but my journey ends here.
What? That can't be right.
Did you lose your bag in there? And your clothing?
They snapped up all my worldly possessions as collateral.
Oh my god! Well, that's not gonna work. Oh, hi. Muscle. Please be nice.
Farewell, Fern, Stark. Lead full lives.
What?
What are we going to do now?
Yeah, exactly.
No choice but to buy back Mistress Frieren.
Yeah.
The interest has really piled up on her. She owes over 500 strahl gold.
500?
If you believe you can procure such a sum, I'm all ears.
That would be impossible.
Plan A is out of the question.
Can we go talk to Foss? It seemed like he had money. Well, girl, you can't just sit there. You gotta
I
work.
thoroughly detest mines. It's like
Yeah, same.
cooking in a dusty clay oven.
I don't like these guys in their eyes.
The President told us all about you, Miss Frieren. The pleasure's ours.
Oh.
Indeed. Shall we get started then?
Oh. What's happening? They're allowing her to use magic? I almost said music because the music started. What just happened? What is she mining with magic? Wow. My god.
Aim your axes at this wall here.
You're sure about this?
Yes.
If you know who I am, you shouldn't have to ask.
Damn, okay. So she's not actually doing hard labor in a mine. She's doing him a favor.
When I met your president 2 generations ago, he was a cast-out nobleman, driven to the Plateau by necessity. He invested in this barren land and created a logistics network. He brought stability to the unstable. At the time, most nobles turned up their noses at our ragtag party of heroes, but he provided us funds with no repayment deadline.
No deadline.
I never would have guessed his grandson would treat me with such disrespect. But a busy man like you wouldn't trek down to such depths without good reason. If there's something you wish to ask, ask it.
Yeah, why are you here, buddy?
We have lost our grip on logistics. You can tell that much, yes?
My companions complain they've never had to suffer through such rock-hard bread before.
We've lost 1/3 of our troops. Their lives taken and caravans destroyed by the demons.
Yeah.
Our logistics network is in ruins.
Can she help with that?
As long as we have the funds, we can rebuild. When you arrived in this region, I felt you were hand-delivered by the goddess herself. What was once a scrap of paper marked with your party's names became my ticket out of ruin. If we strike silver, then we will turn a great profit. Enough to rebuild what the demons stole, and enough to repay your party's debt. Finding silver should be a simple task for the legendary Frieren.
Did she find it with the other guys?
If our logistics network falls apart, countless people will starve and die. Please save the people of the Northern Plateau. I beseech you.
She will. She will, because it's what Himmel would do.
If you help us locate silver, I'll ensure the bread here is soft. Otherwise, days of rocks await you.
You have a deal. Not that you need one.
Yeah.
I intended
there's
to repay
really
the
no
debt
choice.
I owed your grandfather at one point or another.
Well, okay. I thought she was imprisoned again.
I've returned. My journey shall continue.
You nailed the timing. We were just coming up with a way to bust you out.
This detour wasn't for naught. We'll get to eat soft bread from now on.
Huh? I'm a
Yeah, it
little
doesn't make
lost
any
here.
sense to him.
So don't
But at
you
least we got
worry.
silver. All right, let's talk about it. I'm very happy that Frieren was able to help them and find the silver, and it kind of helped this whole region. You know, I know that Himmel didn't have magic, but he would have found a way to help. And this was her way to help. This was her ability to help them, even though she was indebted. And she even said, like, she had every intention of paying it back. She just thought that, like, she had time. And like a verbal agreement wasn't going to help the situation. And even though it felt like the president was being overly harsh, like I thought like maybe he was trying to like rip her off and just be like, no, ha ha ha, we're going to have you work for 300 years. He was more so like you actually do owe this debt, but also you could help us greatly by this. And she didn't really have a choice, but also she did it with a smile on her face because she knew she was helping. I love that Fern and Stark were like trying to devise a way to like break her out, and I'm glad they didn't have to do that, and I'm glad now the bread will be soft and moist. But it's really interesting to know that like even though they defeated the Demon King 80 years ago, there's still all of these demons and monsters that just wreak havoc in the Northern Plateau. And you know, even us going through 80 years after the heroes went through, you know, we're still kind of cleaning up stuff a little bit, and I love that. I love that Frieren is still helping, and she's helping again. Now, one thing she didn't want to help on, which was finding the liquor. I'm going to have to like scan through real quick and see. Well, actually, I don't have captions, so that's not going to help me at all. Bosched? The liquor. But you know what? Let me listen to it.
I did it. I finally located Bozaft.
Bozaft.
Final push.
Thank you, Foss. Bozaft is what it's called. I hate when I can't remember things and then I'm like, oh no, I want to talk about it. You know, Foss wanting to find the Bozaft. And, you know, kind of like, he even said, like, I know I'm late. Was like kind of also like finding it for Heiter. But the fact that Frieren knew that the liquor wasn't good. Oh gosh, and I can't remember the other elf's name, but the fact that like she knew it wasn't good, and why she set up the whole plaque. What a cruel practical joke. But I do love the whole idea of them finding this liquor, and even Heiter saying, like, I would smile if it turned out that it was bad because I'd be enjoying it with friends. And, you know, Foss being like, we got Bozaft and we're going to share it with the entire village. And you know what? It's, I guess, better to be drunk on bad liquor with good friends than to be drunk on good liquor with bad people. Yeah, that's actually true. I love that. I also love the fact that Fern like was able to decipher what was on the plaque, and you know that Frieren really hammered into her that she needs to know ancient Elvish, which I was just like, ancient Elvish? Like who would have wrote that other than an elf? Sure enough, an elf. But the fact that Fern could translate it, you know, like she's a great student, and like Fern is so young, and for her to like know what she knows and is able to do what she is able to do, and at her age be a first class mage is just phenomenal. And I love seeing like the result of Frieren being her master and having that effect on her, because I mean Heiter probably would have said you need to study it, but like he would never have pushed her the way Frieren would have. Great show. I love this show so much. And I didn't realize when I said, oh, it's like the beer region, and then it was like all this grain and all this alcohol, and then they were like the beer region, and I was like, oh, duh. I love it. I love it. I love it. I can't wait for the next episode. On to our journeys. I feel like the Northern Plateau not only is going to give us, you know, monsters and people that like they've had to live a tougher life. And, you know, the fact that the demons had destroyed a lot that was built, that they're just like a different breed. And I'm excited. And then Foss, like, I mean, I love him. Like, I love that little guy with his little hat and his big old beard. It's fantastic. I can't wait for the next episode. But guys, if you want to watch full length, sorry. But guys, if you want to watch full length reaction to this episode, it will be available on my Patreon. In the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What did you think of this episode? Because I like a good drink, and I love the fact that they were like trying to pull Heiter away from the mine. He's like, no, I need it, and him saying just like, well, I would smile. I mean, I can't imagine that Heiter would be disappointed, because like hearing about something ancient or like a treasured liquor or something that is held in such high esteem, even though it shouldn't be, like even like getting a taste of it and just experiencing Bozaft, like for Heiter, it doesn't matter if he liked it. It's kind of just the find. And I think Foss was that way too, and he seemed kind of disappointed, but also like delighted by the idea that it was awful, and that like for 200 years he was trying to find it. I love that story, and I love that it's always just like, oh well. You know, like, just what an adventure. What fun. Wow, like we held it in such high esteem and it's supposed to be amazing, and this is actually garbage. That's hilarious. I love that attitude. I love it so much. And because, you know, I am also a fan of beer, I think that I would like this part of the Northern Plateau. Except the hard bread. I'm so serious. If you have a hard bread or a hard loaf of sourdough and you just soak it in water and then you put it in the oven and you bake it, it could be 10 or 15 minutes, but the moisture that like absorbs into the bread, like it renews it. It's amazing. Why am I telling you this? Because it works. I have saved many loaves of sourdough that way because I can't eat them quickly enough. So just rinse it off in the sink, probably like a good 15-20 seconds, throw it in the oven, moist again, fantastic. Slop some bread on there, eat. It's so good. It's so good. But guys, come back here for the next episode. If you're watching this on YouTube, that means that episode 6 has come out, and I am finally caught up. So expect that one soon, and come back for the rest. And in the meantime, guys, I'll see ya.